learn a Torah with you, Lely, for a few minutes. Let's learn this Torah. The Torah is in Hilchos Yom Kippur on Tafresh Daled, and it's relevant to right now. The Torah says, Tani Reb Chia Barav, Medifti. Reb Chia Barav from Difti said, V'nisem es nafshesechem b'tishel hachodesh. It says to pain oneself on the 9th of the month. The problem is, frek the Gemara, frek Chazal v'Tisha Mesanin. We don't fast on Tes of Tishrei. V'aloi Basar Mesanin, you fast Yud Tishrei. And it says, pain yourself on Tes Tishrei. And the fast is really Yud. Ella, says Chazal, Lamedcha to teach us, Shkola Oichel B'Shoyse B'Chi. Whoever eats and drinks today, Mala Lavakoski Lusana Shiv Asiri, as if you fasted the 9th and the 10th. Eating today, if you eat today, then it's like you fasted the 9th and the 10th. Vachi Kamakra, the pasuk means, Echinu Atzchem B'Tishi, prepare on the 9th for the Inui of Lamachar. When it says pain yourself on the 9th, doesn't mean to pain yourself on the 9th. It means to eat on the 9th to get ready for the painting on the 10th. It calls eating a pain. Eating's not a pain. It's as if a person fasted on the 9th and 10th. Pirish. As if you were commanded to fast on both. So the Torah is going to explain what this means. The chiyuv to eat today. I see Lely and Aryeh are eating lollipops. Kederech Chazanishniks, who like sucked candy. Russ has a water bottle. Shloim has a water bottle. Lailam's mamish doing the 9th day mitzvah. Some Rishonim even say it's a mitzvah daraisa to eat, but certainly it's a mitzvah. We're commanded either directly from the Torah through the Chachamim. We're commanded to eat today, and if you eat today, it's like you fasted the 9th and the 10th. Now, what's this? What's going on here? And the chiyuv, it says, pain yourself today. Pain yourself today means do today something which will allow you to fast tomorrow. Says the Torah. The Torah explains what's going on. What's this inyan to eat today? What's this mitzvah? V'hu, says the Torah, May avas HaKadosh Baruch Hu es Yisrael. Hashem loves Klal Yisrael. Shaloi tziva lisanes eliyoymech mishana v'litoivasam l'chapra v'nisayim. Hashem only commanded us to fast once a year, Yoymech B'Shana, l'toivasam, for our benefit, to have kaparas avainis. V'tzivam, and Hashem commanded us sheyochlu v'yishtu tchila, first eat and drink before, k'dei sheyochlu l'sanis, it should be easier to fast. Shloi lahazik lema inui, the inui shouldn't hurt them. I hear Hashem saying today, I'm watching you eat your lolly, Hashem is saying, shefla, sweetie, eat a lolly, eat. That loving mother, there's like a tremendous avam. Namish the Torah is saying, shefla, I don't want the tinus to hurt you now. A tinus is no big thing. A tinus, fasting a day is bubkas. I don't want to speak for others' experience. Maybe for somebody it's a little hard. A fast is not a very crazy thing not to eat. People fast intermittently is a very in thing to do. And here, a person fasts. There's no, people aren't being rushed. They're not bringing out people to the hospital left and right. And our Creator knows it's not very dangerous. It's just not shuls, they're carrying people out. People fast, it's fine. And then after, you have a nice suda. It's not a very dangerous. I don't think anybody would say medically. We have a nurse here. If you ask Nurse Ralph, he fasts 24 hours. He only eats 1 hour a day. So he's fasting. There's no world he would say it's dangerous to fast. And yet Hashem says, each la yazik la yatainis. I don't think Hashem means it will be very dangerous. It means that I'm nervous about you. Hashem's, and that's the energy of going into the day, and this in a certain way, if the word is consummates the fast, this validates the fast. Eating today is very connected to the fast tomorrow. The chiyuv to fast tomorrow contains within it eat today. To the point is that it says pain yourself on the 9th day means be meichin for the fast of the 10th by eating on the 9th. So the eating on the 9th is very part of the fast, to the point that if you eat on the 9th, it's like you fasted 2 days. The hainu, the eating, connects to the fast. And what it's saying is not to see it in any way of Hashem's angry at us, zero. I want to bring something out. To me, there's a very important thing to bring out of the eating today. I want to show in a minute. There's a very big zach to the eating today. And the eating today is to show the space of Yom Kippur as one of the father bringing his son in. That's the picture. The Tata's hugging the son, embracing the son, bring the son in. And the picture is the day before. He says, please eat. I don't want the fast to hurt you. Mashal HaMelech. A mashal to a king, says the Torah, ben yachid, he has an only child. The gazer of love lisanis yaimechad, he has a gzeir of a tainus, v'tziva lachiloi v'lashkoisa kaidim, and he commands people to give him food and to give him to drink. It's interesting, the mashal, it's such a funny case for a mashal, it's exact, like this is the story, but in the mashal, the only like knech, he tells people, give him to eat, give him to drink. He's not telling the son, we view it, Hashem tells us eat and drink. In the mashal, the melech says to people, give him to eat, take care of him. Make sure he's well taken care of, so he can manage the hard day. I'm with him. And please take care of him. That's what the melech, so it's funny in the tzivui of telling us to eat, Hashem just saying, I care a lot about you. Make sure you eat and drink. We're going to have a fleshing of suda in a couple of minutes. Or maybe the medrash. And here is this. I want you to hear this medrash because it's a point, Moshe, I want to bring out. Or maybe the medrash. The Rambam says this also. This nekuda that we're about to bring out. The medrash says, there was a story with some governor, some big important political person in a city. Shamar la'avdoi. He told his Eved on Erev today. There's a minig Yisrael not to say too easily what today is. In the Gemara, it's called Yuma, the day. People call it different names. You don't say so much the name of the day. You say Yom Kaddish, the holy day, Yom, the big day. The big day. There's a reason people don't. It's an old minig Yisrael. The Shla brings it not to say the day, not to say Bnei Yisachar brings, not the Shla. The Bnei Yisachar brings it, not to say what the day is called. I have theories on it. It's a minig Yisrael. You see in the Gemara, it calls it Yuma, the day. It doesn't say what the day is so stark. I have theories, but it's a good question. Why not? But in the Gemara, it calls it Yuma, the big day. It's the big day. This Maaseh b'shoiter here, she'amar la'avda, he said to his Eved, Kaneli, maybe I'll tell you Pshat, Aryeh, but he said, Kaneli dog, and buy me some fish. V'loi matzel dog echad. That day there was only one fish. V'nasam by Zahov, and he gave a Zahov a coin. It was worth one coin. So this big governor's Eved goes to the store to buy a fish, and he says, "Oh, can I buy it?" Vayisham Yehudi Chayet. There's a yid, a tailor, a poor yid. My Zayd, my Opa was a tailor. He worked for Lord and Taylor, but he was a tailor. It's a poor yid, and the yid started bidding. This poor yid starts bidding against the governor's Eved for a cheap fish until the yid buys it for 5. The yid outbids the big rich governor's Eved, and the yid on Erev today, on this holy Yom Kaddish today, the yid outbids the fancy governor for the fish. Ba Eved al Adayna, the Eved comes back to his master, V'sipur lo kalam uri, tells him what happened. He says, the poor yid outbid me on the fish. Shalach ha'shayter achar achayit. This governor calls in the yid, the tailor. V'amalai mamalach tech, what do? Like, you must be a rich fellow. Amalai chayin, I'm a tailor. Amalai v'lama kanisa dog shavazov v'chamisha zuavim. You bought it for 5 times its value. What are you thinking? Why do you buy the fish? The governor is very like surprised why you bought the fish for so much. V'lo yoid, not only did you outbid, you bought it for way too much, a chutzpah. El shalachu miyad abdi sheshalachtem l'kneisla azah chutzpah. You knew the governor's Evid was bidding against you. Give in. Give in to the governor. There's only one fish. They didn't catch. They didn't have such a good trip that day fishing. See, it's two tinus. First of all, why did you overspend way out of your budget? And second of all, you outbid. It's a chutzpah. I'm the governor. You knew it was my Evid bidding for this. Hey Shavloi, answered the Yid. V'heich lo yaknenu. How can I not buy the fish? Afilu basara, I would have gone 10 times the price. K'dei la'achloi b'yoyim kazeh. I want to eat on a day like today. Shetzivanu HaKadosh Baruch Hu lecha v'lishtais. God commanded me to eat and drink. I would have bought it for 10 times the amount. How can I not? I was getting big time food, a good fish. 5 times the amount, I would have gone even 10 times, Hashem commanded. Here is the line. This is the line on the eating of today. V'sha'anu betuchim shekadosh baruch hu yichapel lanu v'nesenu. We're confident. I know Hashem's being mechaper. I'm celebrating what I know is going to happen. Amr Loi, the governor said, Imkein yafa sisa, you did right. Upatru v'halach l'shalom, and he said, you're said, I won't do anything to you. You did right. So what we're taught in this tour is the Indian of eating today is betuchim shekadosh baruch hu yichapel lanu v'nesenu. We're batuach that Hashem really forgives us. Real. We're batuach. It's not like a question. We already celebrate today, and built in is the celebration that we're betuchim. Hashem's going to be mechaper. Now I want to express. It looks like a steer in the tour. Anybody who reads this tour struggles. A pella de Kippur. Maishi, it's hard to read the Torah. The Torah started that Hashem wants us to eat, that shalayazik layatainus. He's nervous about us. The Torah ends that the reason to eat is we're betuchim, we're celebrating that Hashem's going to be mechaper. Looks like a steer, looks like 2 different reasons to eat. Is it a party, simcha of mechilas avainus, a confidence, or is it shemayazik lay? And of course, it's one sugya. It has to be the Torah himself, Maish, as you read the Torah. He starts and he gives 2 mishalim. His first mashal is a melech who's mitzaveh people to take care of his son, that he should be able to put up with the tainus. And then he gives this mashal of this chayat, of this tailor who's celebrating betuchim shekadosh baruch hu mechaper v'nesenu. And it's one inyan that Hashem's worried about us and saying, eat, shefel, eat. So then you get a sense, and that is, he says before you fast, the tat is talking to the son like that. The son is very confident what's happening. If the son's nervous, maybe he's mad, maybe I'm not a son, maybe he no longer thinks of me that way. The eating of today is what says the Tata completely loves us, an expression. Take care of my son, eat, drink, shemayazik le'atainis. I'm nervous, I love you. So in the eating of Hashem caring, of shefula, please take care of yourself, and hugging, that's what creates a betuch in his mechaper avainis. There's not like a question here. Hashem wants us. He wants us and is interested in us. Yes, we have. Yes, we lose sight. Yes, we forget. Yes, we do an extreme in wild ways and crazy ways. And yes, we're mischaret. But we're betuchim. We have a tremendous confidence. B'yoyim hazeh yichaper aleichem l'tareschem mikol chatosechem l'fnei Hashem tetaru. It's a day of Tara, a day of mechilas avainas, and Klal Yisrael's betuchim. We're confident, this beautiful, this holy, this glorious gift of Hashem of Yom Kippur, where Hashem pulls us back in and wants us and is mechaper averis. Today we're betuchim. I wanted to remind the chevra to go to the mikveh today. It is a big one. I'll read from the I want to read first of all Shla Kaddish. The Shla writes that derech kol Yisrael to be mesimcha on Erev Yom Kippur and to have a Suda Yafeh, which we're late to, going to eat in a minute. The Chen Adin is from the Shla, and the Gemara says to do it. He says the reason is as follows. The Zayar asks, tshuva is a mitzvah saseh, and a mitzvah saseh you have to do b'simcha. Vim Kain, somebody who returns where's the simcha? Says the Says the Shla on Yom Kippur, Ein by Simcha, because a person's dying on his Avinus. And all Klal Yisrael is looking Laviyah Shem Shemayim to see that Hashem should, that they're looking that Hashem should be Mechaper Ein Simcha. Therefore, Ekdimu HaSimcha La Mitzvah. That's pshat that an Erev, a person's eating and drinking is Sameach of in the process of tshuva and the Mechilas Avinus. That is what the Shla Kadosh writes. He says also here, from the Shla Kadosh as well, mitzvah satfila be'erev Yom Kippur is mitzvah gedolah, the Shla Kadosh right. It's a big mitzvah today of mikvah. It's yoyser mikodesh from all the tefillah shekol yimos hashana. It's bigger than all the tefillahs to the point that some say it's a mitzvah daraisa today to go lefnei Hashem titaru, and your kavana to be b'shvil tshuva b'shvil tara. For tshuva and tara, I want to be pure. I want to be kiberia chadasha. About tshuva is like a new person, is mishane shmai, like a different mensch, an andra mensch. We go to the mikvah, we get there tshuva and tara. So he says to make sure to go to the mikvah. It's also a minhag, and I wanna say this, a beautiful thing in Klal Yisrael, and this is a beautiful minhag that people ask each other mechila to be mefayis. Hashem's mechaper averis ben adam l'makom, and the inyan is to be mefayis, maybe to call somebody that we had and to try to begin a process. It's hard. If Rav Fisher Shlita before Yom Kippur gave a shir about a week ago on letting go of tainas. There's a huge inyan in Yisrael to ask mechila from each other. Part of asking mechila is granting mechila. And I want to, for a few minutes, speak about what that looks like, being meichel somebody else. What that looks like. We have tremendous tainas on other people, and that's a real thing. People have hurt us. And what does that look like? The minhag Yisrael that goes today, people ask mechila, how do we let go if we taka were hurt by somebody? What can we find to let go? Somebody taka hurt me, and I want to push it. I want to be meichel. I want to let go. So how do I let go? What does it mean? I remember a guy in yeshiva telling me somebody asked him mechila. He was in a camp for like 3 years. And another kid really made his 3 years miserable in camp. Like literally gave him a rough time. And the guy wrote a text apologizing. He said it affected my life so much. Like, what does that look like being meichel? What does that look like being meichel another person? It's this sugya. This is not like a quick. It's not a quick answer, not a quick process. And I don't say today, and I don't say on Yom Kippur we can complete this process. Like many things, we could start, and there's a tremendous siyata d'shmaya. There's a day of tshuva, and it's a day where the minhag Yisrael is to ask mechila to each other, which means that you're not granting mechila. And there's a whole tefillah zakai that people say before Ma'ariv tonight. And before we start Kol Nidra is a tefillah zakai, and people are meichel each other. It's easy to say the words ha-meichel. But if somebody mamish hurt me, so how do I say ha-meichel? To me, there are two sugyas that come to be meichel somebody else that are necessary. And I'm saying this lightly. This is like this could be worked on for a year by a person and for years. But there are two sugyas that come up to be meichel somebody else. I want to mention both sugyas. The first thing I want to say is that whenever we speak about trauma, something somebody did, we're never talking the past. The past, what was, I'll do it today. Why can't I be Michael today? whatever we're upset, when that guy's upset, he ruined 3 of my summers, how can I be Meichel? What does that have to do with the guy sitting here today? Is because trauma is not what was, is what is. If you were better today, so you said yesterday, okay, I'm here today, I'm happy today. It wouldn't be hard to be Meichel. It's not hard if he ruined my yesterday. I don't think that's what's hard. If I'm here today, my dahava, we're not even conditions yesterday. We're worried about yesterday because it exists. Because what he did yesterday lives today. So the first sugi you have to know is you have to ask yourself what's here today, and what's here today I could actually work on. See, Kohl's man, there's a din, toivel v'sheretz biyada. You can't be toivel when you're holding the sheretz. You got to let go of the sheretz. To be Meichel, I have to be safe and good now. So one sugya is learning and figuring out what's here now. And what's here now is a space that I could work on. I could actually, it's in me. It's not what he's doing. It's what happened. Maybe I learned that I'm insignificant, that I'm not chashuv, that I don't count, that I'm not. So then I could take that sugya and work on it now. And I'm going to be mechazik, I am chashuv. From the space I'm in a good place now, it's easier to be Meichel. So ask yourself what's here now from what happened. And what's here now, I could actually heal. And when I heal, I could be Meichel. And what was, I could be Meichel. What is, I'm Pashut. You're hurting me now, so I have to heal now. That's one part of the sugya. Ask myself what's here now from what happened. And that's a space that I could do something. There's an attitude. So if he's in the middle of hurting me, if a guy's in the middle of hurting you, be Meichel, he's in the middle of hurting me. So I have to make sure he's not in the middle of hurting me. So I have to ask what happened yesterday, what's left now, what's staying with me. If a guy's in the middle of punching, be Meichel, he's in the middle of punching me. There's work to do now from what happened yesterday. So I have to engage. If I learned yesterday, that guy in camp, he learned that he's less than, so that stays with him. So he's Pashut being beaten now. So be Meichel the guy. I can't be Meichel you while you're beating me. So then I got to be mechazik that I'm not less than. There's an avodah of talking, of encouraging oneself, of doing all different things to be mechazik. I'm very strong and powerful in being mechazik that. That's one part of the sugya. And the second part of the sugya is the chinuch says the reason for this nekama is that things are from Hashem. Hashem had a plan for us. Hashem has a plan for us. This is part of Hashem's plan. It's difficult. Somebody hurt me, a human being did something, but mayasa liyadam, a person can't. That's the shayrish of the Isser Nekama. So Hashem has a plan for me, and there's something I'm getting to. There's places I'm getting through my process. Again, this is a difficult thing, because somebody hurt me, and I have a right to be angry at them. But the idea that Gufam Lifnei Hashem, the Rebbeinu Shalom runs the world and has a plan for me, and there's a process in my own work that I'm doing that was designed by Hashem. These two things, I think, are part of the eights of being mechaper. I think each of us has to work on that. That's part of the avoid of today and tomorrow. Part, if there's a minig Yisrael that we ask each other mechila, there's also a minig Yisrael that we grant each other mechila. There's tefillah zakai. So to try. I say to try, and I say we can begin a process to try to be meichel others. That's a big part of today. That's what it's a yom mechila. Hashem's mechaper ben adam l'makam, and we need to ask mechila. It's often spoken today about the need to ask mechilas for sure, but part of the minig Yisrael is to grant mechila as much as we can, and again to begin a process of it. We're human, and to say, well, I'm meichel, I'm better. Maybe I could find a space. I want to say both of those things are necessary. The hashgacha, understanding that a person, he ruined my life, Hashem was setting up my life. Hashem was setting up my life. Now I say I'll be angry. I have found in myself, I have a kasha moyo. I discussed with a Bacher Mamish, we were talking this morning, when somebody hurts me, why don't I get more upset at Hashem? Hashem allowed that, get upset at Hashem, and sometimes we do. If we do, we do. But the sugya of being upset at Hashem is the deep hakara. This was designed. There's something in my life that I'm supposed to be working through, and this was a mu'ura that was part of the journey of my life. That emun and hashkachas Hashem runs the world, and the events that occurred to me were meant for me, l'tayvasi in one way or another. Hashem's working with me. He's working with me. That emunah, that truth, it's a truth. It's a truth. It's an emes, a difficult. I'm not saying this lightly at all because we're upset. It looks to us, we never would have designed such a thing. We never would design. The guy who was hurt by his 5th grade Rebbe would never design that a 5th grade Rebbe would do something like that. Would never design it. That a 3rd grade Rebbe, that a sister, that a mother, that a brother, that an uncle, that a grandfather, they would never design. And Hashem designed it, so there's stuff I don't know. But be'emes, Hashem runs the world. Be'emes. L'fnei Hashem titaru. In that place of knowing that the Rebbeinu Shalom runs the world, this person chose to be a bad person, I could be angry at them. But there's a hashkacha to my life, to the story of my life, to the journey of my life, plugging into that be'emes. And again, that's a sugya a person works out, but that emunah is part of the sugya of healing. Yosef HaTzadik says this in the Torah. He's sold by his brothers, crazy tsar, and he says, I see Hashem did it. It's from Hashem. It's difficult, and Hashem had a plan. Seeing it as Hashem had a plan for me. And again, Hashkach is just the truth. It's emes, what we're saying. And to plug into that emes is one part of it. But it also has to be, I'm not presently being hurt. If there are things I could do, if I'm presently in the middle of a tsar, so I don't know if a person can turn to, he's presently hurting me. Hashem, you do, he's presently hurting. The first thing, by Goyim, there's a line by Goyim, they say like, give the other cheek. So we don't believe in letting somebody hurt you. So what was done yesterday, don't let it continue. So then I have to ask, what's staying? What's here now? What's here now? And I have an avodah. If I learned I'm less than from what this person, that guy in the summer camp for 3 years, the guy made his life miserable. It's not what happened. He's not worried about yesterday. He's worried still today. He feels less than. So then he has an avodah. He should map out a plan to work, that he's strong, that he's powerful, whether it's giving himself statements like that, being mechazik that. He has to be in a safe place now, and that's his avodah. From that place where he's doing that avodah, he says, Hashem, okay, you wanted me to be mechazik in this inyan, that I'm a lot, that I'm something, that I count. From the space that he's healthy today, that he's working today, that could be mechila on what happened yesterday. He has to stop the punching from now. So from the space that he's not being punched, he's doing the avodah, and then he says, Hashkacha on the avodah, what I need to do today is Hashkacha. From those places, perhaps a person can come to Meichel. The Rebbeinu Shalom should give us all. None of us, we want to be Meichelas, we want that freedom. We want that freedom. Meichel, others, Hashem should give us all. The Siyata D'Shmaya, first of all, that the people we wrong should be Meichelas. We've all wronged Halavai. Today the Minig Yisrael is to be Mephias people we wronged. Halavai. If we can call somebody and begin a conversation of Mechilas Avainas, Halavai. But let's say we don't remember, we forget, things happen, we didn't even know we hurt the guy, so Mispalel to Hashem, the Rebbeinu Shalom should give us the Siyat D'Shmaya that anybody who has tainus on us should be Meichelas, Mamish, B'leiv Shalom should be Meichelas, and he should give us the strength to be Meichel others. He should give us the strength to be Meichel others, to forgive others, to see that my journey, what it is wanted by Hashem, and Hashem should give us the strength and the capacity to be Meichel others. That's my bracha for today. So if the Chaver remembers to go to the mikveh today, that's a huge inyan the Shlach Kaddish. To ask Mechila, if there's somebody we feel we wrong, to ask Mechila. If there's somebody who asks us for Mechila, to have the kayach, to have the strength, to have the ability to at least begin the process of being Meichel another person. To remember to do kaparas today. Klal Yisrael, beautiful minig Yisrael. Some people do chickens. If your minig is that, I doubt. By now you can get a hold of a chicken. Maybe you could... What? I don't know.
You can go steal one?
No, don't steal chas v'shalom. Don't steal anything.
Borrow.
If it's without reshus, you can't take an avera and do a. That would be. Don't borrow, don't steal. Yeah, that wouldn't be a good idea. If you could buy one, Lily, if somebody wants to buy one, or if they give reshus to use one, but even if they give reshus, because you need a shechter after, the minig is the shechter and give it to aniyim. So I would advise, I doubt now, we don't have a sheichet, I doubt now, I would tell a guy to use money, to use about $1 of coins, and to shlak aparis, to remember shlak aparis today. Yashikar Rabbi, let's get to the Suda of, we'll have a Suda right now.
We're not going to make